Hi, Matt Johnson, Children's Pastor here at Chandler Christian Church, and this is part 2 of small group training. This part is going to be like what you're going to do, what you can expect to see. There's a few differences from the years past, and so we want to share those with you today. So if you look down below, you'll see the PDF file labeled "Here's what you'll do." Please open that and follow along with me because there's some boxes and triangles and all these different things. What does it all mean? You're going to want to look in your manual, and it's our attempt to make this VBS make sense. You're going to start off with VIP time. That's the first thing you're going to do. So that's the triangle on the picture of your manual. Okay, go like this. It's just going to kind of a linear chart. You're going to go from VIP time to the gathering, which has 3 components to it, all in the worship center. Then you're going to go roaming around the church building to discover and praise and create and play. And these are going to be your rotation stations. They're going to be really fun. This may not be the order that your schedule's in, but you'll get a schedule and you'll know. You may start with praise, you may start with discover, but it's all going to be fun. It's all going to be fun. You're going to get to do all of them. And then lastly, you're going to move into the regathering, where you're going to meet back in the worship center for praise and for the re-engage object lesson, which is like the coolest new thing that we have for this year's VBS. All right, so look at the map, listen to me, and then follow along in your file. I'm just going to kind of go point by point from the hitting the highlights of the manual that you'll see, the PDF file that you'll see below. All right, so we're going to meet in the auditorium for VIP time. Vision, information, and prayer. Very important that everybody's there. So if you can't be there at 6, you need to call us. Those who are there at 6 are going to get cool treats. Each night will be something different, so you definitely want to be there for that. We'll take a tour the first night. You get to see everything. Everything will be set up. You'll see the discovery zone. You'll see the create zone. It'll be really fun. It's worth coming to. And again, special surprises and prayer. Prayer. So important that we have that here. We want the devil to be far, far away from here, and we want God's anointing and blessing on this event. Like I said before, what you guys do is so important. It's the backbone of this VBS, and we need you guys prepared and prayed up. Okay? So, we're going to open the doors at 6:25, which is different than what we've done before. So you're going to have the kids. They're going to be ready. They're going to be chomping at the bit outside the doors, open the doors. They're going to be looking for their color group that they're in. You're going to be assigned a color. I can't tell you what that color is right now, but you'll get it in an email shortly. So let's pretend you're in the green group, because that's going to help me out as far as the images I'm going to show you. So imagine that this is our worship center. Okay, here's the stage where we worship. Here's the doors off to the side. There's the sound booth. Those cameras that are kind of sticking up in the middle of the auditorium, those are all there, okay? These seatings, imagine these seatings just like what we have on Sunday, except I've taken out huge chairs. I've taken out every third row, and I've made groups of 5 chairs and groups of 10 groups. So here's the pink group right here. This would be one group. These two would be another group. And again, this is all in your in the manual that you can download right down there. Okay. So I mentioned that you guys are in the green group. So the green group's actually right over here. Okay. So if you're in the green group, you're going to be sitting over here. You'll be assigned. This is green group A, green group B, green group C, green group D. So check your email. It'll be given a color and a letter. That's going to be your group. Those are going to be your 10 kids or your 12 kids, depending on what age group you're in. You're going to stick to that color, and then you're going to be given like a yardstick that it'll say green A, and you're going to want to help parents find that the first night, and then everybody should know where they're going, because this is where you're going to start and end every single night. So please, whatever color you're given, use this map to figure out where you're going. All right, something that's unique that we're going to get into is you're going to have an engage time. I'm giving you 10 minutes with the kids to play, to have to meet and greet parents, to meet and greet the kids, and what we want you to do is engage the kids. This is what we're going to learn about today. Each night, each day has its own engage activity. So in the future videos, you're going to want to look and see what each night's engage activity is. But you're going to do that in your group. So imagine 2 rows. You're going to be in charge of like 2 rows of kids, and you're going to have 2 small group leaders. So you can kind of divide and conquer. This whole area is yours. All right. So engage is for 10 minutes, and praise is going to start. If you're in green group, you're going to stay right where you're at. But if you're any any of these groups back here, you're going to move up to the praise pit. What's really going to be neat this time is the room is so big and we want all the kids to worship together and have a worship experience that's dynamic and unique for them. It's hard to do that with such a big room. So we're going to have dancers up on the stage, and we're going to have worship leaders and dancers down here in the praise pit. And what's cool is we're going to have a guy or a girl running around with a video camera filming the kids worshiping. So the younger kids can see the older kids worshiping, and the older kids can see themselves worshiping, and they're not going to feel like there's a bunch of babies in the room. It's going to work out just great. Words are going to be on the screen. It's going to be fantastic. So look forward to that. So if you're in any of these groups in the back, and you can see this on your manual, you're going to move up to the praise pit and sing together. When worship is over, when praise is over, we're going to do what we call Ignite. This is where we're going to, our MC is going to fire you up, get you all excited about what we're going to do today. This year's VBS is going to be extreme. It's going to be fun. So look forward to what amazing videos we're going to have before we send you out to your rotation stations. All right. So the rotation stations are going to be unique. So you're going to want to look at your schedule. I put a sample of this, and remember, we're pretending to be green. This is it tells you our time, our event, and where our room location is. So like right here, we're going to start with Discovery, go to B100. Then we're going to go to Praise, go to the Worship Center for that. A different praise than what we had before. Then we're going to go do Create, where we're going to create memory makers. That's going to be for us C200. And then we're going to go to the Playground, which is the C100 lawn. There's preschool goes to play in the playground. And again, you're going to want to follow your schedule like this. If you have any questions, let me know. The main areas are 15 minutes long, 5 minutes of travel time between each rotation station. Right now you might be feeling a little overwhelmed, like this is a lot of information. Just go through the manual and give me a call. Some of you have been through this. It's not too much different than what you guys done before. If you're brand new, definitely come to VIP time, where we're going to give you a tour of everything. You'll figure it out. What you really want to do is get your kid to that area, and then once you're there, get as involved as possible. You're not going to go out and have a snack break. You're going to stay with your kids. These are your kids. You're going to pour into them. Okay? So these are the different rotation stations. Like I said, you may start at a different one, but Green Group's going to start with Discover. Then they're going to have 5 minutes of travel time. So there's 15 minutes of story time. Then come for Praise, 15 minutes of praise and memory verse and memory work. Then they're going to come to Create. They're going to make a memory maker, unique for each night, something they're going to want to keep forever. At least I hope so. And then they're going to have Play, which is also your snack time. The preschool is going to have like some water games, but they're mostly going to be playing in the playground. The older kids are going to be playing in have water game relays. So bring some shorts, some tennis shoes, because you're going to get wet. It's going to be super fun. All right, so that is the rotation stations. You're going to come back, and by this time it's about 8:15. The night's about over. You're going to walk to your station that you started off with, your seats that you started off with in the worship center. While the worship is going, you're going to want to grab your re-engage object lesson stuff. All right. I can't go into all the re-engage object lesson, but you'll see it in the upcoming videos. It's a simple object lesson. Like here's some rice and a walnut, and we're going to try to get the walnut into the rice. And where the walnut represents God, and the rice represents all the stuff in our life that's not necessarily bad, but all the stuff we really like to do. The walnut's not going to fit in there. So what you're going to do for the object lesson is you're going to pour it out, put the walnut in first, put God first, then put all the other stuff in your life and see how it just compacts. So it's a neat little object lesson. I just explained that in like 15 seconds, but you're going to have 10 minutes to explain it. It's going to be really great. And the cool thing is, when the parents come to pick up, instead of seeing all the kids jumping off and around, they're going to see you giving an object lesson, you pouring into God's word into their kids' hearts. They're going to love that. You're going to leave. Everybody's going to leave with the warm fuzzy. It's going to be great. All right, that's the whole what you'll do in a nutshell. Again, download that link, read it over, email me, mattjohnson@chandlercc.org if you have any questions. God bless.